Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall another challenge. Another challenge. Double challenge. Another challenge. Another challenge. Another challenge. Double challenge. Another challenge.
The people of Federal Republic of Nigeria are actually yearning for a new Electoral Act, and that is why we have come on behalf of the people of Federal Republic of Nigeria to present the demands of Nigerians to the 9th National Assembly, led by Senator Ahmed Lawan, President of the Senate, and Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, Speaker of the House of Representatives, to let them to know that what they are doing by refusing to commit the Electoral Act Amendment Bill that has been concluded, the legislative process has been concluded by the joint committee of the National Assembly. We have come to tell Senator Ahmed Lawan and Honorable Gbajabiamila that they should allow the bill to be committed to the plenary for third reading and final deliberation of the National Assembly, and that is why we are here today. We have it on good authority that they've concluded the processes and everything that has to do with this bill, but the leadership of the National Assembly is responsible for this delay. And let me also remind members of the Fourth Estate of the Realm that you will recall that in 2020, the National Assembly committed to December 2020 passage of this bill. You will also recall that on December 9, 2020, at the public hearing in the National Assembly, the President of the Senate, Dr. Ahmed Lawan, said this bill will be passed on or before 31st of March 2021. Today is 19th of May 2021, and there is no explanation to Nigerians as to why this National Assembly is not passing this bill. So I will read this letter on behalf of Nigerians. The undersigned representatives of Coalition of Civil Society Organizations. Can I continue?
Yeah, go ahead.
TV sister.
The undersigned representative of Coalition of Civil Society Organizations pushing for the passage of Electoral Act 2010 Amendment Bill march under the auspices of Occupy Nigeria today, May 19, 2021, to the National Assembly complex and other parts of the country to demand the passage of the Electoral Bill. We are worried that the Nigeria's 9th National Assembly is yet to pass the new Electoral Act, despite our engagement of the National Assembly as a civil society in the last 15 months. The bill for an act to repeal the Electoral Act No. 5, 2010 as amended and enact Independent National Electoral Commission Act 2021 remains the most important document before the 9th National Assembly as of today. Indeed, Nigerians are concerned that the leadership of the National Assembly has failed to meet two deadlines, December 2020 and March 2021, set for the passage of the bill. We have it on good authority that the Joint Committee of the National Assembly has completed the technical process and the bill is ready for third and final reading. Thus, we are left to believe, until proven otherwise, that the leadership of the two houses of the National Assembly are obstructing the transmission of this bill to the plenary. The leadership of the two houses of the National Assembly must demonstrate that they are not part of an emerging conspiracy within the current ruling elite in Nigeria, ruling political elite in Nigeria, to scuttle the conduct of the 2023 elections. they must immediately ensure the passage of the Electoral Act 2021 on or before June 9, 2021, when the 9th legislative session shall clock 2 years, to show Nigerians that they are patriotic and committed to free, fair, and credible elections. We also want this act in place to guide the conduct of the Anambra governorship election scheduled for November 6, 2021. This will also enable the Commission and other stakeholders to adjust to the new realities of conduct of elections ahead of subsequent off-cycle elections in Nigeria. It is in this light that concerned Nigerians, CSOs, and everyone have no choice than to peacefully march and occupy the National Assembly today, Wednesday, 19th May 2021. We may be forced to take further steps to drive home our demand if there is no positive response after today's march and engagement. Finally, we stress that the passage of the Electoral 2021 must bring much advancement to our electoral system by ensuring biometric, that's electronic accreditation of voters, and electronic transmission of results, that's our votes, while capturing the 10 for 10 sacrosanct citizens' demand already submitted by civil societies in Nigeria to the National Assembly. We dare say that there is no better legacy on legislative business than for the leadership of the 9th National Assembly to immediately enact and pass the Electoral Act 2021. We say with every sense of responsibility that the 9th National Assembly must demonstrate a justifiable reason why Nigerians should not believe that there is a grand conspiracy to scuttle or undermine the 2023 elections or to rig the election in advance. The leadership of the National Assembly must pass this bill to show to Nigerians that they don't have any ulterior motive, and they must do so before the Anambra governorship election, and they must do so before the 9th of June, when they shall clock 2 years. We believe that Senator Ahmed Lawan, who we are directly accusing, and Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila, who we are directly accusing of obstructing the process of the passage of this bill, must show that they are patriotic Nigerians who believe in sound and good legacies, and who believe that they have been elected by the people of Federal Republic of Nigerians to represent the aspirations and yearnings of the people, and immediately allow this bill to be presented to plenary. And we make it without any iota of doubt in our mind. Even based on what Senator Ibe Nahala said last week, that Nigerians should prevail on their elected representatives to ensure that this bill is passed speedily. So that is a very veritable confirmation from a member of the National Assembly that this bill is ready, but the only people delaying the passage of this bill are the leadership of Senate, Ahmed Lawan, and the Speaker, House of Representatives. Nigerians will start marching. Nigerians will start agitating and demanding until they pass this bill. And we are not going to allow them to rest. We will speak to every quarters. We will appeal to every quarters. And we will engage more Nigerians to prevail on them. Because we don't want to go back to the past where the situation we had during rigged elections were very dangerous. Innocent lives must be saved by the passage of a good electoral act. The peace of Nigeria must be guaranteed by the passage of a sound and credible electoral act. An electoral act that is open and transparent, that will guarantee the use of technology, an electoral act that will guarantee electoral integrity, and an electoral act that will serve the purpose of Nigerians and will prevent, electoral malpractices and electoral offenses. That's exactly what Nigerians are demanding from this current National Assembly, and it is not too much of a demand. If indeed the leadership of this National Assembly is not fellowshipping with evil, and they are not fellowshipping with everything that seeks to undermine Nigeria, if this leadership of this National Assembly believe in Nigeria, and they are sincere Nigerians, and they are patriotic Nigerians, and they will not pander to sectional and political interests, then they must work with their members and ensure that in a matter of days, this bill is presented to the plenary.
I remember when people started clamoring after the Supreme Court upheld the, how will I put it, the success of Hope Uzodinma. I'm a legal practitioner. Generally, as a lawyer, you're supposed to be conservative because that's what you have been told. That's what you've learned, But there is something we should know, that lawyers are the conscience of the society. There are some things that are not right, and we cannot continue to sit down and accepting them. At this point in time in Nigeria, we should have an electoral act that is, how will I put it, that can face the reality of our nation at this point in time in history. We can't have an electoral act that is outdated. We know we have a lot of laws that are outdated, that they are not meeting the demands of our time. So that is why we have come together and have chosen that, okay, this is one cause that we need to be involved in. We don't want a situation when the elections are over and then we are now rushing to court to be doing electoral petition and all those things. If you put the machinery in place, I want to believe that there will be a limited intrusion, there will be a limited influence on the electoral process itself. And so that is why we have come together. We are coming and we are asking Ahmed Lawan and we are asking Femi Gbajabiamila that they should please pass this law. It is our right to have this law. We don't want all these laws that you will wake up in the morning and say that you have done second reading, third reading of Nigerians should not bleach. How is that relevant to the democracy that we are talking about? How is that relevant to the conscience of the society? How is that relevant to genuineness, to accountability and transparency? Now we have laws that are genuine, laws that will ensure accountability, laws that will ensure transparency, and our house, the ones that we have put there, our representatives, because the people are the government. Now these people that we put there to represent us have refused to pass the law that is relevant for the survival of our democracy. So that is why we are here, and we are asking it and putting it as a demand to them, please pass the electoral bill into an act, and so then we can move from there as Nigerians.
That the 8th Assembly passed a very fantastic law which was going to guarantee electronic voting and electronic transmission, and that was going to preserve the sanctity of the ballot. That bill was presented to the president. He declined assent that it was too close to election. This is over 2 years post-election, and they are still delaying the passage of this bill. I mean, we can't continue to allow the leadership of the National Assembly, led by Senator Dr. Ahmed Lawan and Femi Gbajabiamila, to be irresponsible. We know many people who are governors today, who are in the House of Rep, who are even presidents of this nation today. If we have a very good electoral law, they will not be there. If Nigeria must move forward, all Nigerians must support the passage of this new electoral act so that we can have people who are credible vie for this office, and then when people are declared, we know that it represents the will of the people. Thank you. My name is Enejo Simon Sani.
In addition to what he said, if you noticed, electoral voter turnout in our elections are sliding from 2015. Voter apathy is an increase, owing to the fact that our electoral act, the 2010 electoral act we are using, cannot accommodate the reality of now. So we urge the National Assembly leadership, Senator Ahmed and Gbajabiamila, to please do the needful. We are tired of this ballot box snatching. We are tired of this killing here and there just to win election. We need electronic transmission result. That is what is obtainable in this 21st century. We cannot, countries have moved ahead. We cannot remain behind. Thank you.